ப்ரோ கொஞ்சம் பேக்கில் வந்துங்க.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay, okay.
Come, sir.
Please. IIT Madras, welcome.
From Bangalore. From today, he's our alumnus. Congratulations. Good to see you here, sir. Very nice.
But there is nothing like it.
Yeah, of course. Nothing like going to your Viva. Yeah, absolutely. There is a charm of that. Saying, yes, you are Lord of
Yeah, right.
This reception is just for convocation. This reception is for reception.
It's for the convocation.
So you do it, yeah.
What is that traditional? They are from tribal. Important thing is there are around 23 people participating. It is a secret reception.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Sir, please.
That's the achievement.
Okay, okay. Pass it. Go ahead, please.
Almost a split second.
ஆமாம். சேர் அது போக சொல்லி ரிமூவ் பண்ணோம், பார்த்துக்கோங்க. நீ போ.
Sir, please come on. Sir, sir, please look here, sir. Sir, yeah, super, sir. Sir, look here, sir.
ரெடி. ஓகே, ஓகே, ஓகே.
Sir, wait, sir. Sir, thank you, sir.
Very good, very good. Or very good. Sir, please.
Sir, look here, sir. Sir, please look here.
Sir, கை வைங்க.
Sir, sir, sir.
ஓகே.
Thank you, sir.
டோர் திறக்கிறது. Sir, இந்த பக்கம்.
Sir, please look here, sir. Sir, please look here.
Look at the
Thank you,
camera,
sir.
sir. Ready, smile.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense.
Please, sir. Super, sir. Smile, sir. Sir, look here. Super. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, ready, look at the camera. Yeah, ready, smile. Yeah, thank you. போறங்க நீங்க டோர்
Inside.
Yeah, I think so.
You have to form. We will just come in. That we will offer you on the station.
அது பிடிப்பா நான் பார்த்தேன். ஓகே ஓகே சீஃப் கெஸ்ட்டை பார்க்கலாம். வெயிட் சார். ஓகே ஓகே.
Sir? Yeah. Sir, smile, sir. Sir, smile, sir. Ma'am, please smile, ma'am. Look here. Super, sir. Super, sir. ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು
ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾಕ್ಕೆ
ಒಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ವೆಯ್ಟ್
your kind attention, please. IIT
சார்
Madras
6.9
welcomes
ஆயிடுச்சு
you.
பேட்டரி என்ன பண்ணணும் சார் 6.9 இருக்குது பேட்டரி என்ன பண்ணணும் அதான் விட்டு விட்டு அடிக்குது அதுக்கு தான் கேட்டேன் ஆமாம் அதை விட்டு விட்டு எரியுது இப்போ தான் வந்துச்சு
Sir, come center. All, sir, sir, please come, sir. Wait. Please come center, sir. Sir, side. Sir, come, sir.
வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க இல்லை இல்லை இங்கே நிற்கிறேங்க
Light
நிற்கிறேன்
adjust பண்ணிக்கோங்க, sir.
மாட்டுவா இப்போ என்ன போக போகிறாங்களா பேட்டரி மாற்றலாமா
மாத்திருக்க பேட்டரி
ஆ
எப்போ மாத்தோம்
இதோ அவ்வளோ ரெடி 7.8 இல்லை அவங்க நம்ம பேக்கில் போகணுமா இவர்கிட்ட இருக்கணுமா
இவரே சீஃப் கெஸ்டா இவரே சீஃப் கெஸ்டா
எல்லாம் மேடம் எப்போ வேணாலும்
ஓகே
சார் நான் சொல்கிறேன் ஆமாம்
இந்த பெரிய ஓகேவா
கெஸ்டோட வைக்கணும்
ஆ திரும்புகிற இடம் வந்தால் மட்டும் சொல்லுங்கள்
செகண்ட் சேர்த்து இவரு
Ladies and gentlemen, your kind attention please. IIT Madras welcomes you all to the 61st Convocation. Please note that seating for parents and guests of graduates is in the only galleries upstairs. Audience is requested
கடைசி
to
பேச சொல்ல
keep
வந்தது.
their mobile phone in switch off mode during the program. The chief guest will be arriving at the SAC building at 10:40 a.m.
இல்லை இல்லை இன்னொருத்தவங்க இருக்காங்க.
The chief guest will be arriving shortly. Please keep your mobile phone in switch off mode. Audience is requested to maintain the silence, please.
ஃபோக்கஸ்லாம் பக்கம் இருக்கும். அந்த பக்கம் போவா. இவர் பாதி பேஸ் தெரியுது. ஓகே.
Ladies and gentlemen, your kind attention, please. I request the audience to be silent.
Aerospace engineering. He works on composites. And he works on
இன்னும் இருக்குது, ரோ நிறைய இருக்குது.
Greeting. The chief guest would be arriving on venue shortly. The audience is required to maintain silence and please keep their phones in switch off. Thank you.
हाँ मुझे
20% of it. These faculty is also from the same person. Any ship in India flows because of these guys. Satya is the dean of students.
I also used to work on membrane proteins, basis technology.
Transformers.
சார் இன்னும் பின்னாடி போடுங்க சார் அப்போ எல்லாருக்கும் கவர் ஆகணும்ல போய் ஃபோட்டோ அப்போ மொத்தமாக இருக்கும்போது நல்லா இருக்கும்ல வரணும்
இன்னும் பேக் வந்து
வணக்கம் சொல்லிட்டு வருவாங்க
அப்படியே வாங்க அப்படியே பேக் வாங்க ஒரு வாட்டி அப்படியே ஃபுல் கவர் அப் பண்ணி
Greetings. The convocation will commence with an invocation, Tamil Thai Vartha, followed by Vande Matram, during which the audience is requested to stand. Now I request the audience to raise for the invocation.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே. सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
I declare the convocation open.
Chief Guest, Nobel Laureate Professor Brian Kobilka, Chairman Board of Governors IIT Madras, Dr. Pavan Goenka, Member of the Board of Governors, Members of the Senate, dearest graduates, distinguished invitees, colleagues, and my most beloved dearest students. I am happy that this 61st convocation of our institution is being graced by the Nobel Laureate, Professor Brian K. Kobilka. I am sure the graduates are lucky to have Professor Brian Kobilka, the 2012 Nobel Prize winner for chemistry, as the chief guest. Dr. Kobilka's work on the G protein coupled receptors structure and function has impacted the field of medicine and helped us better understand human health and disease. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation, sir. I also take this opportunity to immensely thank Dr. Pavan Goenka for continuing to guide us as the Chairman of Board of Governors of IITM. Friends, he is the longest serving Chairman of Board of Governors in the history of IIT Madras. Thank you, sir. This academic year, IIT Madras is graduating 2,813 students, including 764 undergraduate, 1,192 postgraduate, 236 MS, 444 PhD, and 177 BS degree. A total of 3,016 degrees are awarded, including the dual degrees, out of which 1,041 are undergraduate, 1,207 are PG, 324 MS, and 444 PhDs. IIT Madras has proved herself by sustaining the top ranks in the NIRF ranking. She has retained the #1 position for the 5th year in a row for overall performance among all universities in India, #1 position among engineering institutes for the 8th year since inception of NIRF, and ranked #2 both in the research institutions and innovation categories. IIT Madras has also won the CII Industrial Intellectual Property Awards 2023 in the category of academic institutions for having the best patent portfolio during the period 2018 to 2023. Thanks to the persistent efforts of the students, faculty, staff, alumni, and industry partners in making this achievable. The Department of Data Sciences and AI, housed in the Wadhwani School of Data Science and AI, that was generously funded to the tune of 14 million USD, INR 110 crores, by our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Sunil Wadhwani, will work on impactful problems of direct relevance to the society. The department, along with the Robert Bosch Center for Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, the Center for Responsible AI, Center for Integrative Biology and Systems Medicine, AI for Bharat, comprises a vibrant research ecosystem that focuses on exciting areas. The recently launched School of Interdisciplinary Studies is to foster interdisciplinary research on various emerging areas to enable advanced solutions for cutting-edge technologies and unconventional sustainability solutions towards energy, environment, ecology, and climatic systems. The school offers interdisciplinary research programs across many departments, 14 interdisciplinary dual degree programs, and 9 international interdisciplinary master programs on various topics such as advanced materials and nanotechnology, biomedical engineering, computational engineering, data science, energy systems, robotics, quantum sciences and technology, complex systems and dynamics, cyber physical systems, electrical vehicles, quantitative finance, public policy, atmospheric and climatic sciences. IIT Madras, Zanzibar, the first ever international campus of an IIT, was formally inaugurated by His Excellency Dr. Hussain Ali, President of Zanzibar, on November 6, 2023. The permanent campus will be established in approximately 205 acres that has been allotted by the government of Zanzibar to IIT Madras. The IITM Zanzibar campus offered 2 programs in the academic year 2023-24, the 4-year BS program and 2-year MTech program in data science and AI. While the former has 27 students, including 11 from India, the latter had 18 students, including 14 from India and 1 from Nepal. 40% of the students are women. A new MTech program in ocean structures will be launched in 2024. Growth directions for the institution have already been initiated and are underway. I am happy to inform you that IIT Madras has received a total funding of rupees 2,454.26 crores, approximately $306 million in the financial year 2023-24. That includes grant in aid from Ministry of Education, Government of India, the KEFA loan, the sponsored research projects, industrial consultancy, technology transfer, alumni contributions, and corporate social responsibility grants. I am extremely happy to share that our Office of Alumni and Corporate Relations and the Office of Institutional Advancement have in 2023-24 raised a record-breaking INR 513 crores, nearly a 121% increase over the last year. Of this, INR 143.95 crores has been received as CSR donation. In 2023-24, the Institute received sanction for 331 ministry-sponsored projects for a total value of INR 568.21 crores. Our strong industry collaboration is evident from 883 consultancy and industry-sponsored research projects received this financial year, amounting to INR 584.87 crores. The above is inclusive of around 130 international projects funded by foreign entities. Patent a Day scheme. This year IIT Madras has exceeded its target of 1 patent a day by filing 419 patents during the year, of which 85 are international filings, and were granted 445 patents and 15 international patents. Inspired by this, we moved from the PADS, Patent a Day scheme, we moved to the next target, which is Startup 100, and that is our new target. Incubating 100 startups per year is our target, and in financial year 23-24, we have achieved a number of 60, implying every 6th day there is a startup born in IIT Madras. We aspire to make it every 3rd day in the coming years. This is possible only because IIT Madras has a well-established innovation and entrepreneurship stack through the Entrepreneurship Cell, the Center for Innovation, Nirman, and the 5 incubators, the IIT Madras Incubation Cell, the Rural Technology-Based Incubator, the Health Technology Incubation Cell, the Bio Incubator, and the Gopalakrishnan Deshpande Center. We also have a Master of Science in Entrepreneurship program with an objective to encourage innovation and entrepreneurship. In addition, we provide extensive tech support to the startups through our Centers of Excellence and the IIT Madras Research Park. This is what our startups have achieved. A valuation of INR 45,000 crores, equivalent to USD 5.4 billion, INR 10,662 crores, equivalent to USD 1.27 billion as investment, INR 3,600 crores, USD 433 million as revenue, and 10,000 plus jobs created. Number of graduating startups is also on the rise, and very importantly, spread across deep core technology. IIT Madras research scholars and faculty are involved in state-of-the-art, highly exploratory research. Friends, this is just a minute sample. In a paper published in Nature Communication, Professor Ati Naganathan and his student studied the thermodynamic architecture and conformational plasticity of G-protein coupled receptors, which are integral membrane proteins involved in cellular signaling. Professor Pradeep Talapil, his students and collaborators from the Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Scientific Research demonstrated that spontaneous weathering of natural minerals in charged particles, microdroplets, forms nanomaterials. This paper, published in Science, has tremendous potential to drastically improve food production consuming very less water. In the work published in Cement and Concrete Composites, Professor K. Ramurthy and his student investigated the physical, hydraulic and mechanical stability of alkali activated fly ash slag foam concrete. This is extremely useful in suggesting optimal proportions for improved stability and developing lightweight materials for industry use. This is just tip of the iceberg. The Center for Innovation, the spine of the IND stack of IIT Madras, is nurturing multiple teams to compete in global competitions. Team Abhiyan received first place in both the design and cybersecurity challenges at the 31st Intelligent Ground Vehicle Competition 2023 in Michigan for their autonomous vehicle. Vikram, in the 2024 IGVC, their vehicle Vidyut secured the 6th place in the design challenge, finishing 8th overall out of 40 teams from 5 countries. Team Avishkar Hyperloop earned recognition in multiple categories, including securing global top 3 in socio-economic aspects for their pod Garuda at the European Hyperloop Week 2023 in Edinburgh, Scotland. Team Abhyuday, the rocketry team from IIT Madras, received the on-the-spot recognition award at the Spaceport America Cup 2024 for their unique canard system design and were placed first in Asia overall for their performance for the rocket Chetak 2.0. Team Agnirath participated in the World Solar Challenge 2023 with their solar car Arush. Team Anveshak competed in the Anatolian Rover Challenge 2023 in Turkey with their upgraded rover Galileo securing 6th place. They also achieved 2nd place at the International Rover Challenge 2024 held at PSG iTech Coimbatore, excelling in autonomous navigation and project management. Team Raftar excelled at Formula Bharat 2024, securing 2nd place in the electric vehicle category, winning awards for Best Engineering Design and Best Battery Design. At Formula Bharat 2023, they achieved podium success, including 2nd place in engineering design and 1st place in business plan presentation for their virtual reality simulation concept. Team iGEM secured the prestigious gold medal at the iGEM Grand Jamboree in Paris, showcasing excellence in synthetic biology applications. The Pratham and Akshar, the startup nursery and the pre-incubation verticals of Nirman, our pre-incubator, have a total of 89 active teams, the potential startups of coming years. We have started our march towards Startup 100. This year we saw multiple successes in our startups demonstrating highly explorative deep core technologies. Agnikul Cosmos launched on 30 May 2024 its suborbital test demonstrator launch vehicle called Agnibond Sorted Mission 01 from India's only private launch pad that it had developed at Sriharikota. The Agnibawn started rocket was a success in its maiden mission, reaching an altitude of around 6 kilometers after 65 seconds of burn as intended. The rocket uses the world's most fully integrated 3D printed engine, marking India's first semi-cryo launch with fully closed-loop guidance and control for a suborbital flight. The space flight of the orbital class vehicle is expected to be launched in a year's time. Mindgrove, an IIT Madras Pravatak Technologies Limited incubated startup, has launched its first chip secure IoT, a high-performance microcontroller class single-core 700 MHz chip taped out at the 28 nanometer process node using the Digital India RISC-V Shakti C-class core, originally developed at IIT Madras. The chip has achieved first silicon success. The chip has notable security features in its ability to secure boots, software and hardware accelerated cryptographic algorithms. At the 56th Inter-IIT Sports Meet, IIT Madras won the overall general championship for the first time after 2011, with the women clinching the women's general championship and the men securing the second place in the men's general championship. IIT Madras contingent won 5 gold medals, one each in water polo, volleyball men, table tennis men and women, and basketball women, 1 silver in tennis women, and 6 bronze in hockey, badminton women, volleyball women, tennis men, football men, and chess. Alfred Christen was adjudged the best player overall in men's volleyball. Nishant Vasan and Mary Lafontaine were adjudged the best player in men's and women's tennis categories respectively, and Saga Biju was adjudged the best women basketball player overall. IIT Madras, in a trailblazing first of its kind among IIT's initiative, offered undergraduate seats to students who have excelled in sports. Candidates who have top-notch performance in various sports were required to apply through the Sports Excellence Admission Path. It is mandatory that they should have performed at the national or higher level and should have obtained a rank in JEE Advanced 2024 exam. The institute offered 2 seats per department, 1 general neutral and 1 female only. And through such competition, 5 national champions are admitted to different undergraduate programs. They are Vedvachan Reddy, lawn tennis, Miss Nandini Jain, squash, Miss Arohi Shekhar Bhave, volleyball, Prabhav Gupta, table tennis, and Nariman Mendel, swimming. I heartily welcome them to IIT Madras campus. Friends, we are also working towards a culture quota after seeing a success in the sports quota. Students and faculty of our institution have bagged several awards and honors this academic year. To mention a few, Dr. Rajneesh Kumar won the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize. Dr. Sanjeev Senapati, the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam HPC Awards. Dr. Pradeep has been elected as a Fellow of the US National Academy of Engineering, won the National Water Award and bestowed the International Excellence Award for Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in combination with the fellowship of Schroff Foundation. Dr. R.A. Sujit was awarded the Fellow Indian Society of Systems for Science and Engineering. Dr. Nitish Mahapatra, the Fellow of INSA. Dr. Indumati M. Nambi and B. Ravindran as a Fellow of INAE, the Indian National Academy of Engineering. Dr. Debashis Chakrabarti, the Fellow of IChemE. Dr. Hema Murthy, Fellow of Asia Pacific Artificial Intelligence Association. There are many, many more. What you see on this slide is just 1/12 of our achievement. Just I will read out the names. Dr. Ashwati Surendran, Dr. Arnab Rid, Dr. Kodandraman Ramanujam, Dr. Ramesh Gardas, Dr. C.S. Shankaram, Dr. Srinivas Reddy, Dr. Prabhu Rajagopal, Dr. Prakash Maya, Dr. A.R. Ganeshan, Professor Ashok Junjunwala, Dr. Tiju Thomas were awarded different honors from different specializations, different societies related to their respective specializations. Our institute also recognizes the contribution of our faculty Among such honors bestowed, Drs. Basavaraj Gurappa and Mohanashankar Shivaprakasham have been awarded the Mid-Career R&D Award. Drs. Anubat Roy and Tarak Kumar Patra have been awarded the Early Career R&D Award. Dr. Shaligram Tiwari and Joe Thomas Karakattu have been awarded the Srimati Mati Annapurna Gurunath Award for Excellence in Teaching. Many students have also won several recognition. Mr. Anant Essam, Ms. Subicha, Mr. Harish, Ms. Suti Tandon, Mr. Vallabh Sudhir Prabhudesai, Mr. Hemant Kumar, Ms. Vasanti Suresh, Mr. Chayan Ranjan Das. They have been offered many fellowships and also Best PhD Thesis, Best Presentation Awards from very reputed forums across the globe. Friends, believe me that this is only 1/12. Thank you all for bringing such wonderful laurels to our institute. Our commitment to the development of the culture of India, IIT Madras has been very culturally vibrant for several decades. Sarang celebrated its golden jubilee, having started off as Mardi Gras in 1974. The annual cultural festival of IIT Madras was held successfully from January 10 to 14, 2024, witnessed more than 100 plus events, 9,000 plus student participants, a footfall of around 70,000 plus, and revenue generation of rupees 1.4 crore, of reaffirming its stature. Shastra, the technical festival and the beacon of innovation, was held during January 3 to 7, 2024, was graced by Honorable former President of India, His Excellency Sri Ramnath Govind, alongside Dr. Kiran Bedi, Dr. Deepak Dhar, and Honorable Minister of IT and Digital Services of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Palanivel Tyagarajan. IIT Madras hosted the 9th Annual International Convention of the Society for the Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture among Youths, SPICMACE, from 20th to 26th May 2024. The week-long festival featured renowned artists like Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia, Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, Vidushi Padma Subramaniam, to name a few. The convention also had 5-day-long workshops, workshop intensives by eminent artists and craftspersons. Special performances by folk arts team of Tamil Nadu were also organized. IITM Master Ilayaraja Center for Music Learning and Research has been launched recently with the underlying concept of providing music for all, and the center will offer skill development programs, certification courses, etc. in the area of Indian music. Paradox is the techno-cultural sports fest conducted by the online Bachelor of Science degree students. Paradox 2024 saw a celebration of innovation, art and culture with participation crossing more than 2,000 students. Curriculum must reflect contemporary industry and research needs. A curriculum task force was set up to update the UG curriculum under the chairmanship of Professor Rupesh Nasre. CTF has introduced a recreation course, an entrepreneurship course, and a semester-long internship with an aim to provide students with an opportunity to showcase their interest and personality in their education. CTF has also introduced an early exit option that students can exercise if they wish to carry on with pursuits such as an entrepreneurship. With reduction of credits, the curriculum is more in line with international programs of similar nature and gives greater freedom to students to pursue their interest. It has also enabled repositioning of workshop activity within the semester, thereby providing the first year students with longer vacation breaks, consistent with those of students in higher semesters. Faculty of IITM are very much aligned with the current focus of the industry. FedEx set up a cross-disciplinary center for smart supply chains to focus on a digital, sustainable and safety aspects of logistics. Power Finance Corporation funded a UG anatomy lab in the newly founded Department of Medical Sciences and Technology for BS students. Presim Trading supported cutting-edge brain research at the Sudhas Gopalakrishnan Brain Center. Altair Engineering supported setting up an electric vehicle simulation lab in Engineering Design Department, which is gearing up to set up state-of-the-art labs in the area of training and skilling for EVs. Kotak Bank continued to fund the Kotak IIT Save Energy mission, working with multiple IITs to do energy audits of MSMEs across geographies to help optimize their energy usage. Walmart set up a global center of excellence for developing cutting-edge solutions that will help MSMEs adopt artificial intelligence and digitization to drive operational efficiency and profitability. Hyundai provided a large grant of 100 crores, equivalent to $12 million, to enable IIT Madras pioneering work in setting up the Hydrogen Valley Innovation Hub at the Tayyur campus. HSBC provided scholarship for BS Data Science students across foundation and diploma levels. OnePlus supported endowed merit cum mean scholarship for BTech students across years, and Emphasis funded a center of excellence to enhance and accelerate applied research in the area of quantum computing. Faculty of IITM are also aligned with both the modern trends and societal needs, attracting significant amount of corporate social responsibility and alumni funding. Here are a few among those inaugurated in this academic year, spanning across green hydrogen, microgrid, battery technologies, and merit cum means scholarships. IIT Madras has made permanent impact on her students, and this stands testimony. Close to 5 decades have passed after these 5 Kamadhenus have graduated, but still memories of their alma mater remain fresh in their minds. Thank you very much, Krishna, Sunil, Chris, Girish and Desh, for your continued support. I am at loss of words, but this for sure that we at IITM are very, very, very proud of you. IIT Madras, in consonance with her strategic plan, is focusing more on local relevance, leading to global excellence to make IITM for all, Anaivarukkum IITM. As per National Education Policy 2020, the gross enrollment ratio of kids taking up higher education after school must increase to 50% by 2035. We are around 28% countrywide. Solution as suggested by Swami Vivekananda: if the poor boy cannot come to education, education must go to him. Vidya Shakti and Kalvi Shakti are initiatives undertaken by a consortium including IIT Madras hosted Section 8 Company, IIT Madras Pravatek Technologies Foundation and Open Mentor Trust, wherein we establish internet-enabled rural interaction centers. This enables school teachers, alumni and thought leaders to interact with their rural children online. Friends, starting with 5 villages in October 2021, today Vidya Shakti has its rural interaction centers spread over 504 villages in Bharat and 16 villages in Sri Lanka. The total beneficiaries so far from these initiatives are 50,000 in Varanasi, 6,000 in Tamil Nadu, 500 in Arunachal Pradesh and 1,500 in Sri Lanka. The scheme has enabled creation of 510 part-time and 20 full-time jobs. Approximately 10% increase in new admissions in government schools are witnessed, and 15% increase in the scores of students are also witnessed. The Vidya Shakti team has trained 3,300 school teachers, 1,800 in Varanasi and 1,500 in Andhra Pradesh, in using virtual labs to teach mathematics and science concepts. Vidya Shakti team teaches simulation software as part of experiential learning and virtual reality-based lessons. The STEM tutors in Tamil Nadu give face-to-face demonstrations of science experiments to 3,000 middle school students. Apart from students, the team has trained 166 rural women in software testing and data entry program, 30 each in Tamil Nadu and Telangana and 106 in Uttar Pradesh under the Rural Empowerment Program, of which 12 have already got formal full-time jobs and 71 part-time jobs. Our digital DDs, 5 in UP and 3 in Tamil Nadu, have been recognized by the respective governments. The training in software testing and data analytics provided by the team will benefit around 10,000 college students in Tamil Nadu through the Non-Model 1 program.
IIT Madras ने बनारस के हजारों स्टूडेंट्स को साइंस और मैथ्स में ऑनलाइन सपोर्ट देने के लिए विद्या शक्ति इनिशिएटिव शुरू किया है। 1 वर्ष के भीतर हुए अनेक कार्य इस बात के प्रमाण है
These are some photos of the rural interaction centers. Friends, we firmly believe that this is a very practical and scalable way of achieving the Sustainable Development Goal 4 of the United Nations to provide equitable, accessible, affordable and quality education for all. The Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics scheme launched last year has so far distributed 2,500 electronic kits to 250 schools, and nearly 1 lakh students studying in 9th to 12th classes of the Tamil Nadu government schools in rural areas are getting benefited every year by this electronic science program. This is a very positive step taken by IIT Madras under the headship of Professor Sarathi, the Dean Planning, along with the School Education Department of Government of Tamil Nadu, towards building human capacity for the next generation electronics revolution. I would like to thank our anonymous alumnus, without whose magnanimous donation of around $500,000, 4 crores Indian rupee, this would not have been possible. Swayam Plus, a landmark initiative to offer employability-focused program, was launched by Sri Dharmendra Pradhan, Honorable Education Minister, Government of India, on 27th February 2024. Under the scheme, around 1 lakh learners have benefited from more than 165 courses, of which 33 were aligned to the National Credit Framework across multiple sectors such as information technology, healthcare, BFSI and Indian Knowledge System, among others. This initiative is supported by IIT Madras. IIT Madras, in consonance with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3 of providing equitable, accessible, affordable healthcare for all, has launched India's first NABL accredited medical devices calibration facility on wheels, which can calibrate around 45 medical devices in a hospital, thanks to the Central Electronics Center, IIT Madras, under the able leadership of Professor Anbarasu, that has made this achievable. Friends, all these activities and at scale and accomplishments of our institute would not have been possible without the committed participation and support of all stakeholders, our faculties, students and staffs, agencies and industries sponsoring R&D and consultancy projects, professionals from other organizations who assist us in various capacities, and our alumni and corporate donors with their generous support to our various activities. In particular, I would like to thank office bearers such as heads of departments, deans, chairpersons, wardens, advisors and professors in charge of various cells and centers, hospital and hostel staff for the selfless work they put in to keep the institute ticking. The institute is grateful to the Ministry of Education, Government of India for its continued and sustained encouragement and support. I also wish to thank the Government of Tamil Nadu for all the support it continues to extend in multiple ways. I wish to thank Dr. Pavan Goenka, our Chairman Board of Governors, and all board members for their wise counsel, support and guidance, enabling us to scale new heights. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Chief Guest, Nobel Laureate Professor Brian Kobilka, for gracing this convocation. We are eager to listen to his message to the graduating class of 2024. Before I end, I would once again like to congratulate the prize winners today and wish all our graduates happiness, professional success and fulfillment from a life of services to their profession, family and country. God bless you all. Jai Hind.
Respected Chief Guest, Professor Brian Kobilka, esteemed members of the Board of Governors, Professor V. Kamakoti, members of the Senate, distinguished faculty and staff of IIT Madras, proud parents, special invitees, guests, and of course, the stars of the day, the graduating class of 2024. Let me extend my personal welcome to all of you to the 61st Convocation Ceremony of IIT Madras. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I'm delighted to welcome our chief guest, Nobel Laureate, Honorable Professor Brian Kobilka, winner of the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2012. Sir, your presence here today is a matter of immense honor for this institute. Your groundbreaking research in unraveling the inner workings of G-protein coupled receptors has helped us advance our knowledge of how cells in our body can communicate and adapt to the environment. I know that you faced a lot of skepticism at the early part of your work, but today your findings are helping to develop many new drugs. Again, welcome to IIT Madras. Dear graduating class of 2024, heartiest congratulations. I'm sure that since the day you first walked through these halls, you and your family members must have been waiting, eagerly waiting for this day. I can imagine the pride and joy of your parents at this momentous graduation ceremony. I see a similar pride and joy in the eyes of your teachers. Through their unfaltering efforts, they've created not just good engineers, but also shaped your young minds to make you better human beings. I urge the graduating class to rise and give a standing ovation to your parents and faculty members who have contributed towards a successful journey at IIT Madras. Thank you. This is my 11th convocation as the chairman of the Board of Governors of IIT Madras, and it is a matter of immense pride to have witnessed the rise of IIT Madras on the top of all engineering colleges in India, a position, as the director mentioned, it has held for 8 years running. The institute has progressively evolved with passing years in all aspects. In fact, the director's report now is 58 pages long, used to be about 26 pages 10 years ago, and director's speech gets longer and longer every year. The faculty selection, the student selection, nothing has been compromised over the years. Passion of faculty and staff to do all that you can and to graduate the best engineering students in India and perhaps in the world. The significantly greater thrust on R&D. The total R&D expenditure has gone up from about 250 crores 10 years ago to 2,000 crores. And what's more encouraging is that 40% of that comes from the industry. IIT Madras Research Park has become a benchmark for all IITs to follow. Entrepreneurship amongst graduating class and even professors has almost gone viral. The number of deep tech startups incubating from IIT Madras is perhaps the highest of any institute in India. Most recent example, again director mentioned that, success of Agnikul, which became the world's first company to build and launch a suborbital rocket with single-piece 3D printed semi-cryogenic rocket engine. Heartiest congratulations again to IIT Madras and Agnikul on this superb feat, not just for the institute, but for the country. Over the last 10 speeches, I have touched upon many subjects. The good thing is that every year the audience is different, so I can repeat the same thing. But permit me to talk a little bit about learnings from my life and paint a picture of the future. Dear graduating class, I remember sitting where you are, though in a different IIT, 50 years ago, and thinking about the options in front of me. At that time, the prevailing sentiment was to seek opportunities abroad, to build a life beyond the borders of a nation. I went with the flow and went through the common drill, get a PhD, get a job, come back to India, find a life partner, get the green card, get a house, have kids, and live happily thereafter. But something happened along the way that changed the course of my life. My wife and I chose to return to India after living in the US for 18 years. And this was a decision made from the heart. No Excel sheet calculation, no Excel sheet outcome would have justified that decision in early 90s. Yet, without a doubt, that was the best decision we made in our lives. So lesson number one from my life is that sometimes let your heart overpower the head. You should do what your heart desires. In the long run, that will make you happier. But lesson number two, just doing what your heart desires may not be enough to make you happier. There must be a bigger purpose, what I often call a superordinate goal. My superordinate goal was given to me by Mr. Anand Mahindra when he interviewed me. He simply said, I want to be able to compete with the best auto companies in the world with homegrown products, homegrown suppliers, and homegrown manufacturing. Just give me that, whatever it takes. And that, friends, became my superordinate goal and gave birth to the Scorpio SUV and drove me for the next 20 plus years. So I say to you that you must find your bigger purpose, the superordinate goal. It may not be obvious today, but keep looking for it. You will see it staring at you one of these days. Reflecting on the past, 30 years ago, no one could have envisioned the India of today. The remarkable progress we have witnessed in the last 3 decades fills me with immense pride and reinforces my belief in the potential within each of us. Looking ahead, I'm confident that the next 30 years will bring even greater advancement and successes. India has already become a magnet for investments across various industries, ushering in an era of unprecedented opportunities. This is leading to a remarkable transformation and is steering us towards becoming what is known as Viksit Bharat, a developed India by 2047. This vision, championed by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, reflects a collective national ambition. The Indian economy is advancing rapidly. A decade ago, we were ranked number 10. Today, we are number 5. Soon, we'll be number 3. And we aspire to be a $30 to $35 trillion economy by 2047 on its way to Viksit Bharat. However, the concept of Viksit Bharat extends beyond mere economic growth. It envisions a developed India characterized by a $30 to $35 billion economy with a more than 7-fold increase in per capita income, world-class infrastructure across urban and rural areas, minimizing the divide between urban and rural, universal access to high-quality healthcare and education, ideally free of cost, eradication of poverty and illiteracy, self-reliance and prominence as a global hub for critical technologies in strategic sectors such as defense, space, aerospace, and key manufacturing and export sectors like automotive, agriculture, food processing, chemicals, and textiles. Recognition as the prime destination for the world's most talented scholars, scientists, and investors. Minimal government interference supported by a robust digital economy and governance, and energy independence through the adoption of clean technologies. That, my friends, will be the Viksit Bharat that we will see in 2047. And you, the graduating class of 2024, will be at the peak of your careers. Just imagine when Viksit Bharat arrives. You will be the architect of achieving our nation's dream. And I invite you today to envision that India you will inhabit in 2047. However, Viksit Bharat will not happen simply by wishing it. Achieving this vision relies heavily on us collectively taking bold, transformative actions. Viksit Bharat will be possible only if the governments, businesses, entrepreneurs, and professionals like you make significant and audacious moves and take big bets. That is a third learning that I want to communicate to you. Disruptions that reshape industries, countries, and redefine paradigms can be caused only by taking big bets. If you find that you have never failed, it should give you a pause, not satisfaction. It most likely means that you have played it safe. too safe to step beyond your comfort zone. Take risks, take big bets. Today, India is placing its big bets in groundbreaking technologies across digital, fintech, space research, health tech, and other areas. The road to Viksit Bharat will come from technology and innovation, and this is where you, the graduating class of IIT Madras, can play a big role. You can create building blocks of inclusive growth by leveraging technology. India needs robust, accessible, and innovative technology solutions. Young Indians like you will be the architect, the builders, the dreamers, and the doers of Viksit Bharat. You are the ones who will bridge the gap between aspirations and reality. You will tackle the challenges of tomorrow, and hence, as you leave these prestigious halls, remember, you are not just engineers or technologists, you are the visionaries, the creators, and the architect of the future India. Some of you may continue your journey in academia, diving deeper into the realms of science, technology, or management, while others might enter the industry, applying your expertise in established firms or innovative startups. Alternatively, you might embark on entrepreneurial ventures, fostering innovation and economic growth. Regardless of the path that you choose, it is imperative to act with social responsibility. Use your skills and knowledge to address the challenges our nation faces, and remember, each of you possesses the potential to shape India's future and contribute to realizing the vision of a developed Viksit Bharat. And as I conclude, I want to leave you with a vital lesson that might not seem immediately relevant, but will become increasingly significant as the years pass by. You are never too old to explore new avenues and learn new skills. Learners move forward. Concluding that you know everything is perhaps the greatest mistake you can ever make. True progress belongs to those who remain perpetual learners, while those who assume they know it all eventually lag behind. A profound opportunity for me personally to contribute to nation building presented itself in 2021, when at the age of 67, I was appointed head of INSpace, the Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Space was a totally new frontier for me. I knew nothing about it. An uncharted territory, yet a sunrise sector brimming with tremendous potential. I took the challenge and dived in wholeheartedly. It has been inspiring to witness how both seasoned ISRO veterans and young startups led by engineers like yourself are spearheading a technological revolution in space. Names like Agnikul, Pixel, Dhruva Space, Skyroot would be familiar to you, exemplifying the surge of innovation. For me, the journey has been filled with learning and numerous opportunities to add value. I continue to learn even today, every day. So these are few lessons I have learned in my life, which I would like to leave with you. Number one, listen to your heart. Sometimes let your heart overpower the head. Do what you're passionate about. Number two, live for a superordinate goal. It will be like your North Star, guiding you and aligning your actions towards a bigger purpose. Number three, take big bets. You will never make a difference without taking risks. And number four, never stop learning. And do all of this with compassion and empathy for others. And as you embark on this new chapter in your life, remember that the path ahead is both promising and challenging. There will be obstacles to overcome, setbacks to endure, and moments of doubt. There will be those who question your intentions and challenge your capabilities. Yes, it is essential to persevere, and remember that such challenges force the resilience and determination required for true success. Forge ahead, leverage your skills in technology and innovation, and contribute profoundly to our nation's journey towards development and excellence. Congratulations once again, and I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. May you achieve great things and make us all proud. God bless and Jai Hind.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests, faculty, staff, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to introduce our today's chief guest, Nobel Laureate Professor Brian Kobilka. Brian Kobilka is Professor of Molecular and Cellular Physiology at the Stanford University School of Medicine, California. In 2012, he won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his work on G-protein coupled receptors, GPCRs. Over the past 3 decades, Kobilka and his colleague Robert Lefkowitz, MD, with whom Kobilka shares the prize, played an important role in discovering and understanding GPCRs. In 2011, Kobilka was the first to crystallize and analyze one of the receptors bound to its signaling molecule, a critical step towards understanding how to control them. Also, in 2011, Kobilka and his team were the first to obtain a 3D image of the same GPCR bound to its signaling molecule, an extremely difficult technical endeavor due to the protein size and complexity. Kobilka received his MD degree from Yale University in 1981. In 1984, he joined the Lefkowitz laboratory at Duke University, and they began to work together to learn more about epinephrine receptor, also known as beta-adrenergic receptor. Kobilka isolated the gene for the receptor to learn more about its composition. When he studied the sequence, he realized that it was very similar to the another seemingly unrelated receptor called rhodopsin that detects light in the retina of the eye. This research helped the scientists realize that GPCRs are a large family with many different examples throughout the body. Kobilka continues his work in his lab at Stanford Medicine to characterize the structure and mechanism of activation of GPCRs using a variety of approaches, including cell biology, gene disruption in mice, and in vivo physiology to determine the role of specific adrenergic receptor subtypes in normal physiology. Now, I request Professor Brian Kobilka, Nobel Laureate in Chemistry 2012, to deliver the convocation address.
Dear Chairman, Dr. Genka, members of the Board of Governors, Director, Professor Kamakoti, professors and other faculty members, proud parents, guests, and graduates of the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. It is my honor and pleasure to address this graduation ceremony. Your studies at the Indian Institute of Technology have laid the foundation for your future. While I don't have any words of wisdom that will guarantee success going forward, I can tell you what worked for me. I'm here because I was awarded a Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize is a recognition that I have achieved a measure of success in doing what I love. It is very gratifying knowing that my colleagues appreciated my work enough to lobby on my behalf. However, I don't consider myself to be exceptional in any way. I believe my career to date is an example of how an average individual can achieve a measure of success by a combination of factors that include hard work, persistence, an element of luck, and a great deal of help from family, friends, and colleagues. When I look back on my career, I'm amazed at how often I've been in the right place, at the right time, with the right people. I've thought about my career and tried to find some messages for today's graduates. I believe there are 5 factors that played an important role in my career. The first, I found my passion, something I love to do, and a challenging goal that I wanted to pursue. Second, I was able to find role models and mentors who provided guidance at different stages of my career. Third, I recognized my strengths and weaknesses and found ways to leverage my strengths and accommodate for my weaknesses. Fourth, I had balance in my life, that is, a fulfilling family life outside of my academic career. And finally, fifth, and possibly the most important, I was not afraid to fail, but found ways to learn from my failures. A major goal when I began my independent career in 1990 was to obtain structures of a G protein coupled receptor in inactive and active states. It took 21 years to achieve this goal and ultimately led to my being awarded a Nobel Prize. During those 21 years, I learned many things about how these receptors work from my many failed experiments. My first role model was my father. Growing up in Little Falls, Minnesota, population 7,000, smaller than this campus, I had a pretty unremarkable childhood. My parents were loving and supportive. Neither of my parents had a university education. My father owned a small bakery. My mother was a housewife and worked part-time at the bakery as a cake decorator. I don't remember any pressure from either of my parents for me to do well academically or enter any particular profession. I consider this one of their most important gifts. They gave me a blank canvas to paint my own picture at my own pace. As I've grown older, I realize how much of an impact my father has had on my life. I admired his work ethic, his skills in dealing with people, his sense of humor, and his devotion to his family. His bakery was a relatively complex small business that operated 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. It prospered by producing a large variety of excellent baked goods. To make all of this work, my father had to be able to do every job in the bakery, because when someone called in sick, he had to fill in day or night. He did everything from baking bread to managing accounting and payroll to running the dishwasher if necessary. I believe his success was due to his versatility to motivate people to do their best. I believe these qualities are important in life, and I've tried to emulate his approach to business in managing my research group. I decided I wanted to become a doctor at a very early age. I saw that my small town rural community held physicians in the very highest regard. They were well educated and were able to help the sick, elderly, and weak in ways that no one else could. And I particularly admired my pediatrician. This interest in medicine led to an interest in science in general. And I entered the University of Minnesota Duluth in the fall of 1973 to study biology and chemistry in preparation for medical school. During my first quarter, I encountered my second most influential role model, my biology professor, Professor Conrad Furling. Professor Furling encouraged undergraduates to get involved in research and welcomed me into his lab to work on projects in developmental biology. While he had little funding for research, he had to spend most of his time teaching. He was passionate about research and very creative in his choice of projects and the use of limited resources. I soon found that I really enjoyed the challenge of working out relatively simple technical problems and generating data. At this time, the research topic wasn't particularly satisfying because it was primarily descriptive. I enjoyed the process, but hadn't been very interested in a particular question. In spite of my newly found interest in basic research, I applied to medical schools, as well as a few graduate programs. I still envisioned myself as a physician, and graduate programs were really a backup in case I failed to get into medical school. I was very surprised when I received an acceptance to Yale. At Yale, all medical students were required to write a thesis based on original research. For my thesis project, I studied the genetic diversity of rotavirus, a common cause of gastroenteritis in children. Again, the project was largely descriptive and not very fulfilling. However, being at Yale, I was exposed to research from internationally recognized scientists from a broad range of disciplines. I began to see that if I could devote enough time to research, I could try to answer important biological questions at a mechanistic level and in molecular detail. It was at this time that I decided I wanted to explore research as a career. However, this opportunity would have to wait. During my clinical training at Barnes Hospital in St. Louis, I became particularly interested in intensive care medicine. Patients admitted to the intensive care unit were typically very unstable, requiring urgent intervention. Often medications acting on several G protein coupled receptors were used. A special class, medicines acting on different G protein coupled receptors were used. This is a special class of proteins that would ultimately become the focus of my research career. Drugs acting on G protein coupled receptors were used to control blood pressure and heart rate and relieve pain. My interest in intensive care medicine led me to apply to cardiology fellowships. I was particularly interested in the program at Duke University, which allowed fellows to work for several years in a basic research lab before completing their clinical training. I was fortunate to join the laboratory of Professor Robert Lefkowitz, with whom I share the Nobel Prize. He was doing pioneering work on G protein coupled receptors that activate adrenaline receptors, giving me the opportunity to explore basic research in an area that is relevant to cardiovascular and intensive care medicine. My first months in the Lefkowitz lab were very awkward and hard on my self-esteem. I went from being an experienced and competent physician to a novice among a group of very talented and experienced young scientists. The Lefkowitz lab was very different from my undergraduate experience, and the Lefkowitz style of mentoring was very different from Conrad Furling's. There were over 20 postdoctoral fellows and a few graduate students, and the lab was very well funded. During the first months in the lab, while learning basic techniques, I became aware of an effort to clone the gene for the beta-2 adrenergic receptor. This is a receptor for adrenaline that's found in the heart and lungs. This was exactly the kind of project I was looking for. It was a chance to isolate the gene from one of the G proteins. It was a chance for me to begin to learn how these proteins worked at the molecular level. For the next 2 years, I struggled to learn molecular biology, and all of my efforts to isolate the gene failed. Well, Dr. Lefkowitz was not experienced in molecular biology and couldn't really help with the experimental details. He was a great motivator and gave me the impression that he believed I would succeed. He taught me that it's okay to try and fail as long as I learned something from my failures. We finally succeeded in isolating the gene for the beta-2 adrenergic receptor in 1986. This is a scientific breakthrough that gave us the first piece of a puzzle that would ultimately reveal how G protein coupled receptors work. I knew at this time I wanted to see the whole picture, how all of the proteins fit together in molecular detail. And in 1986, I found my passion and began pursuing the goal that would ultimately form the basis for my career for the next 38 years. In 1990, I started my lab at Stanford University and continued to work on this very challenging project. 17 years later, in 2007, my lab obtained the crystal structure of the beta-2 adrenergic receptor, providing another important piece of the puzzle. In 2011, we were able to complete the puzzle with a crystal structure of the beta-2 adrenergic receptor activating its cytoplasmic signaling protein. I owe these scientific achievements to the hard work of many talented students and postdoctoral fellows and collaborators from around the world. I have benefited from mentorship, advice, and collaborations with colleagues from a broad spectrum of disciplines. I have been particularly privileged that my wife, Tung Sun, has worked with me in the lab on and off for more than 30 years, providing technical, intellectual, and emotional support. My career in research has been very rewarding from several perspectives. Discovering new knowledge, working with many brilliant and often intimidating students and postdoctoral fellows, developing friendships with scientists throughout the world, and perhaps most important, having the flexibility to spend time with my family. While my career path led to basic biomedical research in an academic setting, yours may lead in different directions. The world is facing many challenging problems. These include the evolution of viruses that may spark the next global pandemic, wars in the Middle East, Africa, and Ukraine that don't appear to have an end, the threat of nuclear confrontation with North Korea and Russia, and poverty. Nearly 800 million people don't have enough to eat or medications to treat diseases. Climate change. This is perhaps our greatest challenge. While we may end wars, prevent a nuclear confrontation, reduce world poverty, climate change may be irreversible. My generation has largely ignored this threat of climate change, leaving the problem to your generation. Addressing climate change will require a concerted effort from creative individuals from different disciplines, including scientists, engineers, educators, and politicians. And finally, a new challenge is artificial intelligence. The evolution of artificial intelligence will likely lead to great advances in science and medicine. However, we now know that it can be used as a weapon. I hope that some of you will consider careers that will help address these challenges. In closing, I wish you success in whatever career path you choose. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kobilka, for that speech. I'm sure it was very inspiring for all the students and others who are gathered here today. Thank you very much. Does it please the members of the Senate to approve the awards of the degrees and diplomas of the Institute to the candidates who have become eligible to receive them at this convocation? Mr. Director, please award the degrees and diplomas of the Institute to all eligible candidates.
Madam Registrar, please propose the number of candidates who have become eligible for the award of the various degrees, diplomas of the Institute at this convocation.
Sir, I propose that 2,636 candidates be awarded the degrees of the Institute at this convocation. I also propose that 2,064 candidates present here be awarded the degrees in person in the departmental degree distribution program and the rest in absentia.
By the authority vested in me as the chairperson of the Senate and the director of the Institute, I shall award the degrees as proposed by the registrar. The degrees will be distributed to the graduates in the degree distribution functions of respective departments by the heads of the departments later today. Mr. Dean, Academic Courses, please read out the names of prize winners present at this august assembly. May I request the Honorable Chief Guest to present the prizes to the prize winners. I also request the chairperson to join.
Vanakkam and good morning. The prize winners of the graduating class of 2024 are President of India Prize for the highest CGPA in the BTech and dual degree program, Bharat Ratna M. Vishveshwaraya Memorial Prize for the highest CGPA in BTech, P. Ravichandran Memorial Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Computer Science and Engineering. All three prizes go to Aditya C. Shri V. Srinivasan Memorial Prize for the highest CGPA in dual degree, Alumni Association Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Computer Science and Engineering, KV Vikram. Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Prize for the best all-round proficiency in curricular and extracurricular activities in Big Tech, Joel S. Governor's Prize for the best all-round proficiency in curricular and extracurricular activities in dual degree, Dhananjay Balakrishnan. American Express Award to the women student with the best academic record amongst the BTech and dual degree programs, Akila Tarini Sivakumar. Booty Foundation Gold Medal Award for the women student with the best academic record amongst the dual degree, MTech, MSc, BS and MS programs, and the American Express Award to the women student with the best academic record amongst the MTech and MSc program, and the Institute Merit Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in biotechnology. All of them go to Trilochana M. Bhagyalakshmi and Krishna Iyengar Award to the scholar with the best project work in the area of pollution abatement, Ritik Anand. Bhagyalakshmi and Krishna Iyengar Award to the scholar with the best project work in the area of solar alternative energy, Arindam Chatterjee. GE Eco Imagination Excellent Award to the scholar with the best PhD thesis in the area of environmentally friendly green technologies, ecological and environmental protection, Sweta S. Menon. HAL Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in aerospace engineering, Madhura Narayana Sabahit. Prema and Nagaraja Setti Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Chemical Engineering, Lechumanan M. Larsen and Toubro ECC Endowment Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Civil Engineering, Allu Ramoji Rao. Siemens Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Electrical Engineering, Chagari Kaushal Kumar Reddy. Banco Foundation Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Mechanical Engineering, Nilesh Balu. Dr. Dandapani Memorial Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Arya Bhavishi. American Bureau of Shipping Prize to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Naval Architecture and Ocean Engineering, Janisha BL. Hema Balasubramanian Excellence Award to the BTech student with the highest CGPA in Engineering Physics, Aditya GS. Dr. V. Mohan Raman Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Aerospace Engineering, Sampati Rao Sai Sandeep. Kalpati AGS Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Biotechnology, Papisetti Lakshmi Saumya Sri. Also a winner of the Kalpati AGS Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Biotechnology, Pradyuman Jain. Dr. N.R. Dave Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Civil Engineering, Shruti Sriram. Philips India Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Electrical Engineering, Ruben Vishnu Pandian. Institute Merit Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Engineering Design, Surya Kumar M. Professor G.V.N. Rayudu Memorial Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Mechanical Engineering, Davis T. Vempany. Professor J. Shobhanadri Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in Physics, T.L. Abhishek. Institute Merit Prize to the dual degree student with the highest CGPA in BTech in Engineering Physics and MTech in Electrical Engineering, Bhagavat Yash Ajay. Air India Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Aerospace Engineering, Sohan R. Professor B.V.A. Rao Endowment Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Applied Mechanics, Sivagami Vishnu Kumar. Srimati Jayalakshmi and Sri R. Narasimhan Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Civil Engineering, Mateswaran S. CMC Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Computer Science and Engineering, Jyotismati CV. Siemens Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Electrical Engineering, Uppu Likita Sai. Professor Helmut Njonzand Endowment Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Industrial Mathematics and Scientific Computing, Bitika Paruva. Professor B. Sengupta Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Mechanical Engineering, Salave Digvijay Dattatre. Sudarshan Bhatt Memorial Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Lakshmanan Rama. Ships Offshore Coastal and Environmental Research Society and National Institute of Ocean Technology Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Ocean Engineering, Anshul Deshwal. Sri Krishnamurti Sundarambal Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Functional Materials and Nanotechnology, Sonu Katiyar. V. Ratna Rao Memorial Prize to the MSc student with the highest CGPA in Chemistry, Hiba Sherin PK. Meera Paul Memorial Prize to the MSc student with the highest CGPA in Mathematics, Anushri VP. Professor Chillukuri Ramasastri Memorial Prize to the MSc student with the highest CGPA in Physics, Rahul. Institute Merit Prize to the student with the best academic record in Integrated MA program, Neha Susan Cherian. Also a winner of the Institute Merit Prize to the student with the best academic record in Integrated MA program, Sajusha Ashok. Kokka Parthasarthi Memorial Prize to the MBA student with the highest CGPA, Nivedita LS. Institute Merit Prize to the EMBA student with the highest CGPA, Muthu Karuppan Vishwanathan. In addition, the following are awarded in absentia. Dr. K. Subburaju Memorial Prize to the MTech student with the highest CGPA in Chemical Engineering, which goes to A. Salman Kader. Bhagyalakshmi and Krishna Iyengar Award to the scholar with the best project work in the area of pollution abatement, which goes to S. Harishankar. And the GE Eco Imagination Excellent Award to the scholar with the best PhD thesis in the area of environmentally friendly green technologies, ecological and environmental protection, Ekande Onkar Sudhir. That concludes the list of prize winners of the graduating class of 2024. We congratulate the prize winners. Thank you. Namaskar. I now invite the winner of the President of India Prize and the Bharat M. Vishweshwaraya Memorial Prize, B. Ravichandran Memorial Prize, Aditya C., to share his acceptance speech.
Respected members in the dais, distinguished guests, and dear friends and family sitting over here, a very good afternoon to everyone. So I'm deeply honored to receive these awards from our esteemed Institute of IIT Madras, and this would not be possible without the support of multiple people throughout my journey in college. So first off, I'd like to thank my family. My parents are sitting over there for their relentless hard work and support throughout. Without their continued support, I definitely won't be here. So, and before I joined IIT Madras, I wondered what made IIT Madras stand out from the rest of the institutes that are there here. And after 4 years of experience over here, my answer to that would probably be first, the independence, exposure, and the opportunities that you get over here to do whatever you want through multiple student spheres and through these multiple student events that happen over here. So I'd like to thank the institute for all of that and for letting me experience all of that in my college life. And secondly, it's the environment and the people I meet over here. So for that, I thank all the professors who have interacted and who have taken courses for me, and especially those under whom I've done projects for their valuable guidance and for showing them what they're really interested in to me. And secondly, the students and my friends, of course, over here, they've played a really important role in making my college life complete and fulfilling, as I'd say, through the multiple assignment deadlines that we make together and the late night movies that we go after. So thank you for that. And finally, congratulations to all graduates who are over here. It's been a long journey till now so far. But as we enter the next chapter in our life, I'm definitely a little nervous because of not knowing what's gonna come next. But I'm also excited to see what kind of new challenges I'd get to tackle along the way. So thank you and have a nice day.
I now invite the winner of the Governor's Prize, Dhananjay Balakrishnan, to please deliver his acceptance speech.
Good morning. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate everyone here, my fellow graduates, parents, and other award winners. I know how difficult the journey might have been, but I'm glad that we're all here having made it together. And I'd like to thank my parents, they're sitting over there. Hi. My sister, my professors, and all of my friends and family. I'm absolutely nothing without all of your love and support. And I'd specifically like to express my gratitude to the people at the IITM Quiz Club and my wing, that is Ganga 201 to 212. They're all sitting there somewhere. Yeah, okay. Who've shared in my highest highs and helped me through my lowest lows. Now, I feel like I'd be doing myself and everything I believe in a great injustice if I do not use the stage I'm presented with to say something very important. This is a call for action. There is a mass genocide going on in Palestine. People are dying in vast numbers and there is no visible end in sight. Why should we be bothered by this, you ask? Because STEM as a field in itself has historically been used to advance the ulterior motives of the imperial powers, such as Israel. As engineering students, we work hard to get top-level jobs at tech giants, which offer very lucrative pays and great benefit. However, these tech giants control various aspects of our lives today, as you know better than anyone. Many of these prestigious companies are also directly and indirectly implicated in the war against Palestine by providing the state of Israel with technology that's used to kill. There are no easy solutions, and I don't have all the answers, but I do know this. As engineers graduating into the real world, it is our job to be aware of the consequences of the work we do, and also to interrogate our own position in these complex systems of power imbalance. I hope that we can incorporate this awareness more into our daily lives, attempting to understand what we can do to liberate the oppressed, on lines of caste, class, creed, and gender. I believe that is the first step to curb the never-ending cycle of suffering. Isaac Newton said that he stood on the shoulders of giants to take him where he wanted to go. I want to say this. I am here, rather we are here, by standing on the shoulders of the magnanimous Indian populace, and we owe it to them to lift every single person out of their misery. Inaction is complicity, and I hope you and I and all of us can take action to make the right decisions, however hard they might be. Thank you.
A very special person, the treasure of India, the Moon Man, is going to become our alumnus. He is going to get his degree today. IIT Madras is extremely proud of this. I request the Chairman, Board of Governors, to announce the person.
The director may have taken the secret away from me. I was going to kind of build up to it, but perhaps all of you have guessed now. In my speech, I talked about lifelong quest for learning. I think this person epitomizes the lifelong quest for learning. And therefore, we decided against the norm, which is to award degrees only in the department. We would award the PhD degree to this person here in this gathering. He is the biggest celebrity amongst the scientific community of India today. He led the biggest technological achievement that India has had last year. He hails from a small town in Kerala, has received more than 10 honorary doctorate degrees. He is a fellow of numerous academies of sciences and engineering. Yet, at the age of 60, he is receiving his earned PhD, having gone through the same rigor that any of you would have gone through to get your PhD. And from today, he will call himself doctor. Up until now, others were calling him doctor only because of honorary degrees. So now you will have the right to call yourself doctor. The title of his thesis is Vibration Response Studies on Modified Hyperelastic Material Models for Application in Aerospace Systems. Before his current position, he was the program director of Launch Vehicle Mark III. No prizes for guessing who I'm talking about. Chairman of Space Commission, Chairman of Department of Science, Department of Space, and Chairman of Indian Space Research Organization. Mr. S. Somnath is receiving his earned degree from IIT Kanpur. Congratulations, Mr. Somnath.
May I request Professor Narayanan to please join us on stage. Professor Shankar Krishna Pillai, if you are here. And the HOD of Mechanical Engineering, Professor Chandramouli, to join us.
Thank you so much for this rare privilege. all those who are here, my greetings to you. When I stand here, I look at a young village boy. After having been the topper in the state for science, had no courage to write an entrance examination for an IIT. Still, I kept a dream to be once graduated from such an institution. I had the fortune of being graduated in my master's from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and now my PhD comes from IIT Madras. I joined here as a student when I was doing the GSW Mark III vehicle design and development, but got immersed in that. I couldn't take this task of completing my PhD forward, but then it's real good fortune that after having assumed the office of chairman of ISRO, I could complete it and get it graduated. It's really a great honor. And I would like to thank on this occasion the Department of Space and ISRO, who sponsored me to study all of this during my work in ISRO, and also my teachers at Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, as well as my guides, Professor Shankar Krishna Pillai and Professor Narayanan, for helping me to guide through this, and also my close friends who helped me, like Dr. Unnikrishnan Nair, who is the director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, who is also an alumni of IIT Madras. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and all the very best wishes to all those who are graduating today. Thank you.
Graduates of the year, I charge you that in thought, word and deed, you will ever maintain the purity, dignity and integrity of your profession and honor of our institute. Graduates of the year, please take the pledge.
We, the graduates of the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, hereby pledge that we shall, in thought, word and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties, that in all circumstances we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our institute and the nation, and that we shall devote all our energies to promote the unity and secular ideal of our country and utilize our knowledge in the service of our nation and society. Sahana bhavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadidamastu, mavid vishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi.
On behalf of all those assembled here, I request the Director to give a memento to the Chief Guest, Professor Brian K. Kobilka.
I declare the convocation closed.
May I request the audience to raise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगल